Well, I'm Mary Meet, everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. I just wanted to let you know what's going on. We are going to have a Friday night show, 7 o'clock on Kick. And then on Saturday morning, we have the morning show on YouTube. And we're not going to do the Kick because that gets a little confusing. So we're not going to have a morning show on Kick on Saturday morning at 10. But we will be having a YouTube show at Saturday morning at 10. Then Sunday night, of course, we have Silver Moon Radio AM 1610 as well. And last but not leastly, I want to talk about something that has happened to my iPhone, which I was growing concerned about. However, I did glue it back together, so maybe it won't be a problem. I think it's because when I fell asleep on my phone, and it caused the glue to pop open on the side here, which I glued back together, glued it shut. But some of the sites say if your phone pops open, it might mean your battery's swelling up. However, me and Loom talked about it, and I'm going to put the clip back on because it technically hasn't been 24 hours yet, so let's go try. She said if you fell asleep with the phone on your chest, and then of course you probably rolled on top of it, you probably got something a little bit bent, and so the battery, of course, everything is going to be kind of hot because your hot body is laying on top of the phone. Not a good choice to sleep with a phone on your chest. However, we're going to go down to the T-Mobile store in town and get an upgrade anyway and go for an iPhone SE 3rd generation because it will fit my case. Let's get a virtual fingerprint sensor home button like this one does. And it's the same size as this. Now, I'll be honest, I would love to have a bigger phone because my eyesight, like an iPhone SE Plus or whatever they call it now, iPhone Max. But unfortunately, the biggest problem with me is I don't have a lot of money to throw at this. So, if it was, according to one website, says is maybe your battery is swollen up, and basically meaning your battery may be defective. If that's the case, you would think I wouldn't be able to get the cover back on at all. Because I remember when they had a Motorola Razr where the battery did swell up, no matter how much you tried, I couldn't get the back on the phone. It was just swollen up too big, and you couldn't squish it out no matter what. I was able to get this back down without any problem. Also, if I remember correctly where the battery is, the battery in this phone is on this side, right here, on this side of the phone, not this side. This side here is where all the electronics are. Okay? So, just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and get a new iPhone because I don't want to wake up one day with a good old-fashioned conflagration going on, and especially with a phone laying on my friggin' chest. Not a good idea. I keep telling myself, don't fall asleep with the phone on your lap, don't fall asleep with the phone on your stomach. Oh, but I do all the time. And so I think the phone still works. I did the battery diagnostics. The battery says it's A-okay. It says there's nothing wrong with the battery. But can you really be sure? I mean, really? Can you really be sure? I have no idea. But, anyway, so, besides that, this phone, as I said, I bought this new old stock, and it works fine. Now, it's still working fine. I'm not seeing any kind of blowing up or bowing of the screen or anything. But, I don't want to now risk it. Maybe I can keep I was going to think about trading in the phone. Is for trading credit towards a new one. Which I might still do that. I'm not sure yet. Me and Kristen might go down to the T-Mobile store on Monday. Because depending on how this phone does tomorrow, if this phone doesn't come apart, open up again, well, just go ahead, just keep this. But I mean, these batteries in these phones are basically little bombs, and just like the ones on the electric vehicles, like your Teslas, when they catch fire, and make a huge problem. And so, for that reason, I don't really want to chance it. Okay. So here's the story. Like I said, tomorrow morning is not going to be a live show. But there will be a night show on Friday night on Kick at 7 o'clock. There will also be a morning show on YouTube at Saturday morning at 10 a.m. normal time. Lastly, but not the least, is Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time on Kick is Silver Moon Radio, AM 1610. And then we'll have the after show after that. And I want to let you know I got all your positive messages, and I wanted to say thank you very much for your support. And I realized that I couldn't stand staying off the computer up that much longer, because this is really messing up my whole entire day. I mean, the morning show is the focus of my day. And because of that reason, I cannot afford to stay offline for days. This is not feasible for me. So I have to be ready to come back and get to work. I guess it's kind of like those workaholic guys, right? I guess you hear about the guys that take work vacations, they can't stop working because they're like dedicated to what they do and they want the best job they can. Yeah, that's me. So that's it. I just wanted to make sure you already knew that. And I want to say thank you for everybody that has been watching the show. And I'm in the video. By the way, let me just talk about that real quick. The tarot card in the kitchen. It's an idea. I like it. It's an idea that's doable because there's more space in the kitchen. But there is one minor which is a reason why you might want to consider upgrading your phone. And that is, these phones have the lightning connectors on them. And the new phones from Apple have the USB-C connectors on them. Which means that any USB-C accessories that can plug in, such as a camera, a microphone, board, module, whatever, is going to work great. Right now, if I want to use my iRig Pre, which is this unit up here, let's see, right here, I need to use it with one of those lightning to headphone adapters, and then plug in my little microphone in here, like the lapel microphone right here. And the reason's very simple. Because, I don't want to rip the wire up in the process here. Let's see if we can get this out. It's so snagged and everything. Okay. Yeah. 1 minute. There you go. This is the microphone that we use. And this will be perfect for tarot cards, because then you can plug in to this and then plug this into a lightning port adapter for headset. Turn on the 48-volt phantom power. Get the volume right, and then you would be able to hear me clearly and very specifically as I read the tarot cards. So that's something that I want to do. I do want to get back to tarot cards because they are fun. They are fun. They really are. I do like doing them. I think on Tuesday, I think I made it a little more too complicated than I should have made it because unfortunately I got lost in my tarot card reading. So yeah. So we'll try to work on that in the future as well. Well, for now, that's it. I just want to remind you, so plan it on your calendars, Friday night, 7 o'clock on Kick, and I'll see you there. Okay? Bye-bye.